Oppenheimer or There Will Be Blood?
There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood or Back to the Future?
There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood or La La Land?
There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood or Taxi Driver?
There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood or The Sixth Sense?
There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood or The Grand Budapest Hotel?
You might have me. There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood or When Harry Met Sally?
There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood or Raiders of the Lost Ark?
There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood or Moonlight?
There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood or The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring?
Oh, no way. Is that the last one?
No, not last one.
Oh, no way. Why did you do that to me? Which hat do I put on? My life hat or my... Oh, no. I can't answer that. Fellowship of the Ring.
Fellowship of the Ring or Lawrence of Arabia?
Fellowship of the Ring.
Fellowship of the Ring or Parasite?
Fellowship of the Ring.
Fellowship of the Ring or 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Fellowship of the Ring.
Okay, so you got Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. You happy with that?
No, I don't know if it should. There Will Be Blood is one of my. It's just perfect. It's hard to beat There Will Be Blood, but I had to say Lord of the Rings because of my childhood. You know, so
Fair enough.
it's beyond film at that point.